The Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics are approaching. What are your expectations for them? And in particular, there's this calling, mostly from Washington, so-called the diplomatic boycott of the Beijing Games. What do you say about that?
I think these kind of boycotts are crazy ideas. I mean, hey, there are issues to criticize in every nation. Of course, you can find things you want to criticize in China, so you can do that with every other nation in the world. But starting finger pointing to each other, boycotting each other, brings us nowhere. If we have issues we want to discuss, let's use Olympics and all these other arenas as a platform for dialogue. That's the only way forward.
Mm-hmm. Well, how likely will other countries, follow Washington, for example, to practice this diplomatic boycott of Beijing Games here?
No, I don't think many nations will follow. I hope the United States will make the wise decision on this also. I don't think many nations will follow. But of course, the Olympics is happening in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemics, so you won't see a lot of presidents or prime ministers coming from the rest of the world for the Olympics, or kings or queens for that matter, as would have been the case under all the circumstances.
Well, exactly. It's said that the Beijing 2022 Games will be the greenest and the cleanest Olympics ever. It's the first time in the history of the Olympics that it will be powered 100% by green energy. With this ice-making technology adopted, producing near-zero emissions. So how do you view that kind of a practice, that innovation of Green Winter Olympics?
It's a fantastic opportunity for China to showcase so many of these green technologies to the world, because Olympics are high on people's mind. We focus a lot on it, and because in my nation, Norway, Winter Olympics is a big thing. So then we can use that to really let people understand the opportunities of green technologies. There will be high-speed, environment-friendly rail from Beijing to the venues, and so many other green practices. So it's fantastic that China is using the Olympics as a way of showcasing green practices. Mm-hmm. Please do.
Yeah, Eric, will this be a good model, I would say, to see like how far we can go, how much we can do in terms of producing near zero emission, in terms of having this green events, by all relying on green energy entirely for this kind of event, for other buildings maybe.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it also will inspire future Olympics. I mean, Paris, France will have the Summer Olympics in 2024, for instance, and I know that they will do the utmost to make that also an environment-friendly event. So if you can use Olympics to showcase the best available green technologies, there is an enormous audience out there of people who will be inspired. So I think this is great news, and I think this Beijing Winter Olympics will be very, very important for this, but you will see other nations doing the same in the years to come.